The smartest list builders I know have stopped asking, how do I get more subscribers? And started asking, how do I get the right subscribers? While everyone else is optimizing for quality with broad appeal and opt-ins, game-changing entrepreneurs have learned that ultra-specific magnets create self-selecting audiences that sell themselves. What if your opt-in could do your sales qualification for you? Email lists, as well as other lists right now, probably contain three types of people: buyers, borrowers, and bargain hunters. But your generic opt-ins attract all three quality people, making your marketing message confusing and conversations rates and open rates disappointing. The most successful online businesses use specific opt-ins as filtering systems that attract only the ideal customers and repel everyone else. Every generic lead magnet you creates unqualified prospects who are never going to buy, costing you monthly fees and hours of wasted time in content creation. But the breakthrough businesses with specific opt-ins see higher customer acquisition rates, better return on email marketing, as well as other marketing and investments. 1 year from now, you're either going to be running a precision-targeted system that prints money or still frustrated by low conversion rates despite high subscriber counts. Your opt-in isn't just collecting emails, it's selecting your future customers. One of the great and most difficult conversations I have to have with all of my clients is we have to clean your lists. We have to shed them. Because for many, many years, it has been the thing to show how successful you are to have big lists and big followers. The challenge with that is that's expensive. Every time I walk in and I go in to see a client and we start diving deep into their metrics and what they have, they're always going to boast about how many people they have on their lists, whatever their lists are, how many people are following them or something like that. And I have to smile because in many ways, when we get down into the nitty-gritty, 20% of those people are actually the ones that are following. Everyone else is just on a list. And we can have a lot of arguments about where email is right now. And, we can have the 130-second conversation about email is dead. Okay. When in all reality, people are still opening emails. Less so in the younger generations, more so in the older generations. But more people are following on social media and not doing anything as well. So when I say email list or list, think about the content creation system that brings people in to talk to you. The first person that's able to break the formula about how to move people into something other than email so that you own it is going to be a multi-billionaire. But that's a conversation for another day. Right now, we needed to be talking about how you are focusing your messages and the ways people interact with content. And let's use email because everyone's used to it. We can talk about the same thing as social media. Are you creating hyper-focused, very specific opt-ins that tell you exactly what these people are interested in? Or are you doing the big net effect where we get lots of people in, and many of them are bargain hunters or browsers? Those aren't the people you need. Now, if you know that it takes you 7-8 months to get the browsers to actually buy, perfect, that's not a browser. But if you've had someone on your list for 4 or 5 years, they open all your free content and don't do anything else, you need to convert them into somewhere on the social media network where you don't have to pay for that. So if you look at all of these big numbers that people have, 1 million, 1.5 million, I've been in the back offices of a lot of those people, and they're paying lots of money for a metric that doesn't convert. I would say 20 to 30% of those people are actually doing it. Now, 200,000 people that are actually active, that's an amazing number. Why are you paying for 1 million? Many times what we find is that we just get lazy. We love that number. We love to be able to talk about it, and therefore we pay for it. And if that's a vanity number that you're acceptable to pay for it, great. But instead, if you can focus that information, if I know exactly that these individuals have a specific avatar that I can speak to, that I know who they are and how they work and what they're talking to, the power of that is incredible. When you can be able to speak to their specific interests and ideas, know exactly what they're thinking and how they're thinking it, be able to actually see it because you've had experience with them, that is the conversations you want to have. Those are the people that are willing to follow you, and those are the people that are willing to take the content, take the information, and take action. And that taking action because they know, like, and trust you because you've shown you know them. That hyper-specific area. Now, you can have multiple hyper-specific areas. 1 or 2 hyper-specific areas with small lists that convert win all the time. When I was doing big book launches, we'd have people that have millions of people on their list, and they would convert small. And we would have these little dark horses, and there's always one little dark horse. And that little dark horse would show up and be like, yeah, I'm excited to promote. And they may have 20, 30, 40,000 people on their list, and 15 of them opted in, 50%, opposed to the million list that would send 10,000. One of those two is running a real business. One of those two is running metrics to prove their importance. If you could have a couple of hyper-focused links, that's not money in the bank now. That's money in the bank for your grandchildren. Those hyper-focused links, those people that know, like, and trust you, will follow you and look for your information. That is wealth and legacy over a period of time. No one's going to remember how many people you had on Facebook 10 years from now, but they are going to remember if you changed their life and that you knew them, spoke to them, and gave them good content. The more good content you go, the more they know, like, and trust you, the more they're willing to give money to you. I have a favorite hobby of photography, and I got back into it, and I was consuming all of free content, and I found 1 or 2 photographers that I really like, and I get excited when they send me information, when they send me YouTube videos. And sometimes these YouTube videos are just them working or things like that. But I know, like, and trust them to the point where I'm like, yeah, they advertised that they were doing a seminar, and I signed up for it. Completely over my head. But I learned something. I got something out of it because I spent a lot of time liking, and trusting these people. I felt like I already had an arrangement. I felt like I already had an understanding. And if you can do that with your community, they'll continue to purchase. They'll continue to grow. They'll continue to be part of your institution. So creating those hyper-focused groups, and you know exactly what they're interested in, why, and speak to them on a regular basis, that is going to be your legacy for your company, your legacy for yourself, because they know, like, and trust you, and you're not generic. You're absolutely specific. So take a look and see if you could tell me who your avatars are. What do they look like? What is their hair color? What is their attitude? What do they think about? What do they read? The more that you can talk about these things, the more you understand them, the more you can speak to them. And when you get to that point, you'll have some trigger phrases that you'll see people light up and say, yeah, I get that. One of my trigger phrases when I was selling a productivity product was, you wake up in the morning and you can't find your glasses anywhere. And I used to say that, if anyone in the audience had just started nodding like that with one of my customers. And in fact, most people would come up and tell me a story about, yeah, I lost my glasses this morning. And I was selling a productivity product, and that allowed me to let them know that I knew them to a point where I knew what's going on. And I sold a lot of those that way. What's your key phrase? What's the thing that teaches them that you're a part of the tribe, that you know each other? Put it in the comments below. Let's continue this conversation. I look forward to talking to you later.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode on The Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained.